Hey guys, welcome to Zep Collector 98, and today I will be showing you an overview of my greenhouse and of course the Dragonfruit plant. So I just started moving everything out a couple weeks ago, so everything's still adapting to the new environment. I'll start off with this plant. This is one of the coffee plants that I have. Here is a Starfruit, and yes, I had to trim down majorly on it because I can't grow Starfruit very well. So this is one of them that I bought right here, and yeah. So I've always had this problem with the Starfruit. Can't seem to get them to grow well. I don't know why. But this one right here has a little green sprout on it, and moving up the stem it does. So I'm hoping that this will start growing well. Oh, there's a weed right there. Anyways, this is one of the banana plants. I don't remember what this is called, but if I remember correctly, it produces two stems of bananas when mature. This one is dead, sadly. This was another one of those offshoots of another banana plant that I grew. I'll show you that later. This one is the yellow coffee right here. It's doing pretty well. There's a couple of brown leaves, which coffee, I don't know if that's normal or not, but I've had problems with that also. The brown leaves, though, doesn't seem to be affecting the plant, as it still looks like it's prospering very well. Here's the cocoa plant, and I'm guessing maybe this is just the stress-related issue, but I've had that same problem a lot with the browning leaves on the tips, but obviously it doesn't look like it's just the tips anymore. It's starting to move to the whole leaf. But there is a little green sprout, so there is hope. Let's see if I can get it to focus. I'm on my phone. Okay. Alright, well, if you can kind of see at the top, there's a little green tip starting to grow. Here's a dragon fruit that I took a cutting off of the big one, and this is what it looks like right here. So yeah, this is a baobab right here, and I mean they're very slow to start out with, and I can only get them to seem to grow from the top, not from the rest of the stem. But there is a green little tip right there. So yeah. All right, moving on. These are some tomato plants that my dad has growing in pots. They're pretty big right now, so that's cool. This is sadly one of the miracle fruit plants. I don't know if it's living anymore. I had scratched the bark a little bit to see if it's growing. And let's see. I don't know. A couple days ago it was green, guys. Doesn't look like it's living very well anymore. I don't know. So that's sad. I love miracle fruit. That one video I made on it. It's just such a cool fruit. It makes everything taste really great. And the mandarin orange. Looks like it grew a lot. Looks like there's only leaf growth on the tips. And I had to cut off the 3 mandarin orange fruits that were growing on it at one time, just because I wanted the growth to focus more on leaf and vegetative growth and not towards the fruit. They didn't seem to grow very well either, but they were kind of cool. They were a little drier, so yeah, they didn't taste too well. I mean, they had a little reminiscent flavor of a mandarin orange, but here is the mandarin orange. There is growth though everywhere, and it's so cool because I thought this thing was gonna die or I'd have to prune it back like everything else. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know if I should be cutting that off, because if that's like drawing away the energy from the other parts of the plant, let me know in the comments section if I should leave that there or let it grow. I mean, leave it there or prune it back. Here is the guava. It's kind of hard to see because it's growing everywhere. It's like a huge bush basically. And it's very, very sturdy. Last year, well actually during the winter time, I had one little flower on it, and it smelled kind of like a lemon almost actually. But yeah, doing very well. There's a lot of growth at the bottom. As you can see, very lush and green. There's some back there too. here is one of the banana plants, and that is how I got this little guy right here that didn't do any better. But, so there is 1 plant, 2 plants, 3 plants. There's, let's see, 1, 2, and 3. And then I just found this little guy today too, 4. So I'm probably gonna have to cut those little guys off and maybe put them in another pot. But it's weird because this guy right here, this stupid leaf is in the way, I'll try to move that. This guy right here, he, or this one, not he, but this one right here is the baby or the offspring of this one. And it's not as thick, but it's taller, which is kind of weird. You'd think that the mother would grow bigger by, you know, everything. So that's kind of interesting to note that it's already doing better than the mother itself. I think it's a little overcrowded though, don't you think? Here is one of the ice cream beans. This is the Inga Spectabilis variety. It's doing okay. I mean, looks a little bare, but there is a piece of growth right there. And there's little green nubs on the axes or whatever you want to call it. Alright, here is a ground tomato. It produces these little like yellow berries wrapped around in a husk. I've had them before. They taste okay. They're pretty good. So I picked that up. And this is a stevia plant. So that's pretty cool. I bought this. I cheated. Somewhere I got these stevia seeds from someone else on YouTube. But I'll try to grow those also. Stevia is awesome. I've already tried it. It's not as sweet as I thought it would be, but after a while, once you savor it, it tastes pretty good. This is the Jaboticaba. There's a leaf in the way. There's all these little leaves right here were once on this plant, and they died and fell off. But there's still hope, again, that because there's the green sprouts right there. Here is one plant that I bought recently from a store. It says it's a plant of steel. So hopefully I will not kill this one. It's the Sagopalm. And I think it looks really cool. It just reminds me of like California or something. Like you'd see it growing in a California yard. And these are those little cactuses that I have that they are supposed to flower and produce these little red berries. I made a video on that once, and the fruits taste kind of like a strawberry. Yeah, they're growing pretty well. Right there, the reason why there's nothing there was the central plant that I once bought off of the internet. That was the mother plant of all these little babies right here. And that is now right here. Yeah, it's dead. It's gone. So it rotted away. I think I watered it too much. And the center rotted out and the whole thing died. Alright, that is the pineapple. Has a little bit of the yellowing issue when the tips are turning brown. That's normal, though, I know. Still waiting for it to fruit, though. I mean, it's been more than 2 or 3 years, as they said it would take. And it's a dwarf. And here is another ice cream bean. This is the Inga edulis, I believe. Pretty long. Like, it's towering over and it's bending, so I might have to cut it back. But it's pretty cool, too. If I cut it back, I won't lose much because there's a lot, seriously, a lot of growth on every single area. And there's these little babies, too. I don't know if I should leave them there or not. Or, you know, what do I do with them? Put them in a new pot. They might grow pretty well, though. And here is the mother Inga edulis, I believe it is. Let's see. Oh, Inga Fiuli, I was wrong. The ice cream bean, though. Still waiting for this one to fruit, too. But it's got nice growth everywhere. There's growth right there. New leaves, as you can see. I think that putting it in the greenhouse definitely helped, because when it was in my basement under a plant light, it was suffering quite a bit, and now it's doing pretty well, so that's cool. Stupid plant, this is caught on my leg. Alright, this is the passion fruit. Seems to be taking over, it's growing everywhere, look at that. I don't know why I haven't been able to get it to flower. You'd think it would be because it took over that whole trellis. It should have been easy enough, mature enough to flower. Alright, if I can move this out of the way, I'll show you what's behind here. This is the miracle fruit. I bought that, and it also is doing not so good. But the bark, if I can show you guys, is green. I don't know if you can see that. The bark is still green. So somehow the plant's still living, but not at the same time. It's not making any leaves, you know? No leaves are coming out. So I don't know what's going on with that. Put down in the comment section what you guys think is going on with this plant, because I really want it to grow. I'm trying to get it to grow. I'm watering it. Maybe it just needs new soil, a bigger pot. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Here's a cinnamon plant right here. I picked this one up at the same time I picked up the miracle fruit right there. And it's got this weird, I have no idea what that is. It's like some sort of fungus, or I don't even know, infection of some sort. But if you look closely, it's got like this like scaly appearance, and if you pick it off, it comes right off and it doesn't leave any markings. But it's this really weird scaly appearance. I have no idea what that is either. I'm going to have to spray it down with some pesticides of some sort. New leaf growth though, hey! So that's promising. That's always cool. This is one of the papaya plants. Here, let me see what it's called for a second. The Babaco papaya. So it's one of the hardier versions of papaya. Pretty long. It's got a lot of nice growth though at the top, that's for sure. And back there, that's another ice cream bean. Looks like it's doing pretty well. And there's another coffee plant. Again, has the brown edges. Pretty normal. So yeah, this is my... Ooh, jeez. One of these blue straps just fell holding down the windows. Alright, so yeah, this is my greenhouse, guys. I mean, you know, for a cold state, I'm doing pretty good, I think, growing these really tropical plants here. One thing I'm really excited about, though, is to try this Stevia or make creations with it, just because it's such a cool plant. It's amazing how sweet these things can get. Alright, one thing we have here is, this is the garden right here for the family. So there's a ton of different plants growing here, mostly vegetables. And then, so yeah, pretty big garden actually. That's the strawberry patch right there under that netting to keep the birds away from it. And that's asparagus. We're planting more because not a lot came up this year. And this is the blackberries. There's lots and lots of flowers on them this year. So, trying to get a good focus on them. That's another blackberry. That's a blackberry also. And then this is the raspberry, the golden raspberry. Produces the yellow raspberry fruits versus the typical red ones you find in the store. So yeah,